What is up, everybody? It's your boy Joey Worker on Pure Bets, and we're back. Gonna give you my looks, best bets, leans for tomorrow's entire Thursday, July 8th, entire MLB card. My best bet from yesterday, unfortunately, was a loser. Phillies first five minus a half. I mean, an error by Didi Gregorius in the first inning allowed 3 runs, enough weak contact, little dinky-doop singles by the Cubs. And before you know it, the wheels fell off for Wheeler. And, but I say time and time again, slow and steady wins the race. And we play the long-term game here and run pure. Okay, so with the loss, my official YouTube record is now 36, 22, and 3. Pretty good still, so we're still moving forward. Slow and steady wins the race, as I always say. And that's what I tell everybody. So if you're not signed up, runpurebets.com. Great time to sign up. www.runpurebets.com. You can use promo code Joe, or promo code is bets25 off to get 25% off your first month. And, come join the team. I'm giving out picks every single day. See, that was my only pick that I gave out for free, was a loser. I gave out one other pick, which was the Giants first five minus a half. That was a winner. I also gave out the Yankees money line. I know they're winning 5-4 right now. I won't count that one until it is official. But, see, this is the plus and minus of, being a Run Pure Bet subscriber. You don't just get my one free play that I give you guys. You get my entire card. But and I do that every single day of the week. I give my guys from Run Pure Bets, I give them my best looks and my official plays. I usually do 3 to 4, 2, 3, 4 official plays a day, all on baseball, sometimes UFC when the weekends come around, or MMA, because I have done some PFL, Bellators as well. And you get access to all of them. So, don't come here just for the free plays. Come join Run Pure Bets and get all the plays. All right? But let's get into this card. You know what? Actually, let me just tweet it out real fast, because that would be smart. See if we can get a couple more people in here. If you guys have any questions, send them in the chat. I'd appreciate, any questions for tomorrow's games. Anything you want to ask me, I am all ears here, and I will answer them as best I can. All right, to run through. I should have done this beforehand. This is my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I should have tweeted this out before. That is my bad, people. But I appreciate you guys. Okay. That was a quick little tweet. Fuck it. Short and sweet, just tell people we're going live to run through tomorrow's entire MLB card. You want the winners, you join. You want to sit on the sidelines, go, do something else. Okay, and we're back. Jordan Elmore, Adam Nace, Jonathan Nelson, Eric Taylor, Eric Chang. I appreciate you all for hanging out, guys. Thank you for all the free plays. You're welcome, Jordan. Got to think the Dodgers back tomorrow. That's that's a good point. But hey, you know what? Now that we're here, I got a couple people in the chat. Let's run through this card. First game is Dodgers Marlins. Let's pull up the line as well. And the line I have: LA Dodgers minus 150, under over set at 7.5. Jose Urias versus Sandy Alcantara. We got obviously the Marlins are going for a 4-game sweep here over the Dodgers. Urias has been pretty good, though. 17 starts this year. He's pitched 99 innings. So that's almost 6 innings per start, 5.8 innings per start, which, is pretty damn good for a back end of rotation guy. The Dodgers got to love that. And, most teams would like it. The Marlins have been sneaky good. They play a lot of close games, especially with this pitcher-friendly park that they play at. 7 of their 9 games, 7 of the last 9 games have been decided by 1 run. And I expect this one to be another close one, But the Marlins are very bad versus lefties, bottom 5 in almost all important stat categories. And Sandy Alcantara has been pretty good. Obviously, his record is 5-7, so you do not read into the records. Okay, if you're going in betting a baseball game, reading into the starting pitcher's records, you are not going to make money. So don't read into that because he has a 2.96 ERA, 97 strikeouts, 33 walks through 112 innings. And since June 1st, he's only allowed more than one run twice in a start. But man, oh man, did he pitch bad versus Dodgers team the first time he's faced them this year. 1 1/3 innings, 8 runs allowed. This was obviously in LA, but still, he does get the friendly confines of Lone Depot Park tomorrow. But 7.5, obviously, it's juiced to the under because we're playing in the Lone Depot pitcher-friendly park. Both teams sometimes, I mean, as of late, have definitely struggled to score, especially, the Marlins are not a very good offensive team. I personally am not very high on them, but they do also play in this park, so definitely builds into it. But ultimately, I mean, if I had to pick a side, I guess it would be the Dodgers, but ultimately at minus 150-ish, losing 3 in a row, I'm off this game. I see we got a couple more other people in the chat. Human Crack 0890. Need a morning parlay. Okay. There's no baseball in the morning, but yeah, I'll try to give you some winners. Daniel McGill. Got good likes, Joseph. Great looks today. Appreciate it, buddy. Josh Gland. Tease, my brother. Hit the like button. Love the hat. That hat is hard as fuck. Jermaine Beckham. Thank you, buddy. Gerardo Hernandez, my guy. Appreciate you too. Let's go. All right. So next game I got is Oakland Athletics, Houston Astros. Under over set at 9. The Astros are minus 160 favorites. After getting swept by the Orioles, the Astros have, looked like they're back to normal. They won 6 straight. Every game in April. And are going for the sweep versus the A's here, the division foes. Uncle Frankie Montas going for the A's and Lance McCullers for the Astros. Both offensive have seen their fair share of each pitcher with over 100 plate appearances versus them, and definitely some success on the offensive ends for both teams. Montas has struggled on the road this year, and he gets a hitter-friendly park versus a good offense. Yes, they are still missing, a couple hogs in the lineup, but, kid you not, they are very, very dangerous. Altuve, Brantley, Gurriel, Correa, all over, batting over 300 versus Frankie Montas. And McCullers, if you watch him pitch, I've watched him pitch a lot. The guy is like a heart attack on the mound, especially if you bet on him. Freaking hard. He gives you a heart attack every single time. He's always in jams, always walking people, putting base runners on, throws a lot of pitches. I personally do not like to bet on the guy, especially because he walks this many people. He's averaging over 4 walks per start, and he really needs the opponent to swing at his pitches out of the zone, or he needs a good umpire where he's getting those pitches off the ends on both sides, up, down, left, right, off the plate. Some of them do, others don't. So if he's not doing that, it's going to be a long night for this guy. And this is Oakland's 3rd time seeing him this year. They have a 337 weighted on base percentage versus him, 406 slugging percentage. So, I mean, at this price, I'm not laying 160 with Houston here. This is surely, in my opinion, should probably be closer to a pick 'em. Maybe Houston minus 125, 130. I'm cool with. 160 is out of the world for me. So at this price, it's Oakland or pass, but I'm going to just take the A's team total over here because I'm not really sure what I'm going to get out of Montas and the offense from Houston. They're always scary. So I'm going to take Oakland team total over. This will be one of my best bets. Minus 115 via BetMGM here in New Jersey. 3.5. Oakland team total over 3.5. Minus 115 via BetMGM. That will be one of my best bets for tomorrow. Eric Catherine, what's up, Joey? Josh Gland, however you say it. Sorry, man, I said your name wrong. Love the Tigers tomorrow. Daniel McGill. Yeah, we'll get on to that game. I'll touch on every game. Don't you worry. All right. Okay. Rockies, Diamondbacks. I am seeing Arizona minus 130. Holy hell. They opened at minus 120, got bet up to minus 130, 135 in places. Under over set. It was open to 9. Got bet up in some places 9.5. Some are still hanging 9s, but 9.5. It's looking like battle of the bottom two. I mean, these teams are really bad. I guess the Diamondbacks are quote unquote worse. That's just because they don't play half their home games in Coors Field, and this one is in Chase Field in Arizona. But damn, is it not hard to bet on either of these teams? You have no idea what you're going to get out of these teams on a daily basis. And with that said, both starters have ERAs in the 5s. Chichi Gonzalez versus Jacob Faria. Chichi, obviously his numbers are a little inflated, being that he pitches half of his games in Coors Field. But Faria is not very good either. He's pitched 4 innings. His last 2 starts, he's pitched 4 innings each. Gave up total of 5 runs in those 8 innings. Struck out 6 total. He's entering, before that he was out of the pen. He pitched a total of 4 innings before that in 3 separate appearances. So, he hasn't seen much major league this year, at least for Arizona. Hadn't seen much in the majors. He did pitch for Tampa Bay previously. He sat out 2020, 2019, and 18. He pitched for Tampa Bay, but nothing really to write home about. He is a righty, and if we were in Coors Field, I would be interested in backing. The Rockies. But with that said, I have really no interest. Chichi Gonzalez, he's pitched good his last 2 starts. Before that, really bad. This is a guy, he really strikes anybody out, gives up a lot of homers, a lot of launch angles. I mean, I'm really not interested in this game. This is, a pick'em game versus with 2 of the worst teams in the league. There's more games to bet on. So, I like some other looks instead. Jack LaMartin, appreciate you. Always in the chat. Really appreciate you. Hit the like button, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, do that. Do me a favor and hit the damn like button. I just realized my internet. Let's see if we can do this real. Oh, there's 2 Joey Works. Sorry about that. Eric Catherine said, fade Colorado Rockies first 5 on the road. I like that, Eric. I do like that. But with that said, I'm not doing it against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dexter Rojas, you saw double Joey Works. I mean, it's like normal with Keg. When Keg walks away from his computer, he puts on the face, and it's normally the Joey Work face anyway. So you guys are used to seeing some Joey Work. Arizona just finished out the Diamondbacks 6-4. Here's a little update on today's scoreboard. We do that once in a while. San Fran up 5-2 over St. Louis. St. Louis had a chance to tie the game. Arenado up and he ground into double play. And Washington 10, San Diego 2. Yankees game, I think it was 5-4. Last I checked, it is 5-4 still going into the bottom of the 8th. But yep, I watch baseball every day. I watch a lot of baseball. I probably watch about 6 to 7 games every single day. So, but let's keep moving on. I appreciate you guys all for hanging out. I would love to hit the Mariners on the upset, please. I had over 9.5 Diamondbacks today. Cashed it. Good job, Gerardo Hernandez, my guy. All right, next game is Yankees Mariners. The line is New York Yankees minus 140, under over set at 8.5, opened at 9, got bet down to 8.5. Yankees have been somewhat, disrespected by the odds makers in this series thus far. Yesterday they were slight favorites. Today, after Domingo Germán was announced out as the starter, you could have got the Yankees at plus money. You could have got them at plus almost 115. I mean, I think this is basically straight. The Yankees are the better team. Better than the Mariners, offensive-wise, starting pitching-wise. Arguably, the bullpen is somewhat a toss-up, but a healthy Yankees pen wins that aspect as well. Obviously, Kikuchi pitched today for the Mariners. It looked like he was throwing batting practice. Every ball was hit hard. Even the outs were getting hit to the warning track all over the place. Obviously, Mr. Montgomery, Jordan Montgomery going for the Yankees. He is a lefty, and we know how good those Mariners are versus lefties. Not. Arguably the worst in the league, plus in somewhat of a pitcher's park versus an unproven rookie in Logan Gilbert. I mean, I definitely lean Yankees here, but not enough to bet it yet. Logan Gilbert has somewhat impressed me. He barely walks anyone, striking out about 26% of batters. Do I think he gets some nerves going versus scary Yankees lineup? I do. And for some weird reason, this guy has pitched much better on the road than at home. With all that said, I do have a slight, I guess a harder lean towards the Yankees. But if you're not, don't want to lay the 140 juice, you could even lay the half run first five, because I do think Montgomery holds this team and pitches good in the first five. And the Yankees really need a good start out of him, especially because today was essentially a bullpen game. Their starter got 2 outs. Then they went to Sessa. Sessa pitched about 3 innings, and then they actually went to Domingo Germán. He didn't start, and then he came back in, and he pitched. Last I saw, he was still pitching. I'm not exactly sure. No, they got Jonathan Lewis again. So he pitched 3 innings, but a lot of bullpen arms out of the Yankees. So I probably, prefer the first 5, lay the half run. I haven't made that official. I will let you guys know if I do, or I'll let Run Pure Bet subscribers know if I do. You're the shit. Jack Reinhardt, appreciate you, buddy. Live that guy right now. Cubs wax them today. I see. Thank you. Yes, I already told you guys. I already told everybody. I'm sorry. I lost my play yesterday. If you think I'm going to go undefeated, you got to tune into a different channel, because guess what? I'm not going to be perfect. That's for damn sure. I'm not going to go undefeated. I did get my play wrong yesterday, but my official YouTube play is 36, 22, and 3. So if that's not cutting it, you can go find a different channel as well. No shade, just saying. Okay. So, next game, Toronto Blue Jays versus the Baltimore Orioles. Alex Manoah versus Keegan Aiken here. Obviously, Toronto had an offensive output versus Mr. Harvey today. Not that I guess everyone could, Mr. Joe Smo could have predicted they were going to score runs off of Harvey, but Harvey had pitched decent his last couple starts. But Toronto Blue Jays, now they have a very healthy lineup. George Springer's in there. They are a scary team. 1 through 9. They are 1 through 8 at least. Maybe Danny Jensen, the catchers, where they slack off a little bit. But man, 1 through 8, they are scary, and they could hit with the best of them. As long as they get some pitching from that rotation, this team is going to be scary. I am seeing about 70% chance of rain, wind blowing 10% out in Baltimore. Obviously, Baltimore, these two teams are in the AL East together, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did cancel the game, because they do play each other a handful more times, so they could make it up. Keegan Aiken, the lefty, has struggled. 0-4, 7.46 ERA thus far this year. And Manoah has been pretty good. I know he pitched really good his last start. Before that, he did have some struggling outings in between there, but he has a guy who has really good stuff, and as he slowly, works his way gets familiar pitching in a major league rotation, I think he will get better. In 46 at-bats versus Keegan Aiken, the Toronto Blue Jays have a 435 weighted on base percentage, 650 slugging percentage. He has a 7.82 FIP. These numbers are not good. This is in 50 plate appearances, so take it with a grain of salt. But still, man, oh man, those numbers are bad. So with the price, I can't advise you guys to lay minus 220 with the Toronto Blue Jays. So I'm just going to skip that game. No play there for me. Okay, so Kansas City Royals, Cleveland Indians next game. I'm seeing the Cleveland Indians, they opened at minus 155. Obviously, Kansas City's taking some money. It's down to minus 130 in places. But, both teams traveling in here. The under-over set at 8.5. That hasn't moved. Juice to the over. Both teams traveling in here. Royals had a home series versus the Reds, and the Indians are coming from Tampa Bay. Indians have lost 9 games in a row. I don't think they won a game in July. Well, they definitely haven't won a game in July. And the bats really have gone silent. While the Royals are 3-12 their last 15. So both two teams trending the wrong way, and they definitely need wins here. Another shitty team versus the lefties, the Cleveland Indians. And a lefty, Danny Duffy, going for the Royals. Southpaw, 2.60 ERA this year, 1.23 whip across 10 starts on the year. He has had some trouble going deep into games, but I'm not really worried about that. I need 5 innings, 1-run ball from him. 5 innings, 2-run ball should be fine as well. Zach Plesac getting the start for the Indians. He'll be activated off the IL. He's only supposed to throw about 60 pitches, and then the plan is for him to go to Arizona and continue stretching out during the All-Star break. And, if everything goes well, he should be, back in the rotation after the All-Star break. But he has struggled thus far this year. In his last 10 innings, he's allowed 8 earned runs. And he allowed 3 earned runs in his 5 innings of work in his 2 AAA, quote-unquote, rehab starts to get ready for this start tomorrow. Cleveland is also in the bottom 10 in runs scored in the first 5. And if you bet them against the spread first 5 this year, you'd be down a lot of money. They're minus 12 units, over 12 units first 5 this year. And the bullpens are quite the opposite. Indians have a very good bullpen, while Kansas City has really stubborn. They have almost a 5 xFIP and giving up almost 5 homers per 9 innings, the bullpen is. So, as I normally do, let's keep this to the first 5. I'm going to take the plus money with the Royals. So, give me the Royals first 5 money line. That's via BetMGM plus 120. That will be a best bet of mine as well. Jack LaMartin, Joey, be safe with the storm coming up to the coast. I know you're on the East Coast, so we'll be getting the storm late tomorrow night. Appreciate it. I will be safe. Yeah, I had a nice storm yesterday, but everybody's good. So we hope to survive another storm. All right, on to the next game. We got the Mets versus Pirates. Mets minus 195 opener. Under over set at 7.5. JT Brubaker versus Tijuana Walker. See, JT Brubaker is just a guy I can't get. I bet on him, he loses. I bet against him, he wins. And Tijuana Walker, I like him. I really do. The guy has good stuff. I am somewhat upset he didn't sign in the Bronx, but, I can't take that against him. I do like the guy. He does have really good stuff, and he's pitched really good, especially as of late. He's given up he had 1 bad start in Washington on June 20th. Past that, he hasn't really given up. I mean, I guess he had a bad start in San Diego as well. But at every home start, he's pitched really good this year at home. And he hasn't really thrown 2 bad starts in a long time. He's given up 4 earned runs early June 3rd, 4 earned runs June 20th. Past that, he only gave up 4 earned runs May 1st. He's allowed less than 2 runs every start otherwise. And he's, someone who pitches deep into games, 5, 6, 7 innings at a time, striking out about, over a batter per inning, about a batter per inning, a little slightly over. And he's limited his walks. So this definitely got a bet on pitcher for me at minus 200, though. That's where I cut the line off. I get it. The Pirates can't score, blah, 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 They're definitely having trouble scoring. It's pretty funny. Today, they scored 3 runs on a homer in the first inning. They don't score any more runs the rest of the game. So, and they covered the first 5. So, I would say take the first 5, but if something like that happens, you hate to be on the bad side of that stick. So, this is just going to be a pass for me at the price. There's also 25% chance of rain. It is in Citi Field. So, I'm going to pass that. T said he loves Jack LaMartin, the weather girl. Ohtani, the pitcher, shouldn't have been an all-star, right? Am I tripping? Damon Santor, he should be an all-star. He's playing both positions. I don't care about the pitcher. He's the batter. I mean, he's got how many home runs? 30? The guy's got to be an all-star. I don't care if he's ERAs in the 6s. He's got to get there for his bat. He's an all-star because how good he is as a collective bargain. I don't care, man. The pitcher, batter, don't bust my knuckles. All right, next game, Philly, Chicago, Zach Eflin versus Albert Alzolay. Eflin, I guess he's pitched pretty good this year. He has decent numbers versus Cubs team. Again, there's no the line is Cubs minus 115. No total because they got to see what the wind's like in Wrigley Field as they normally do because the first two games, the wind was blowing out heavy. Today, the wind was blowing in heavy. Finally, the Cubs got a win. The team lost 9 games in a row. They finally won a game today. And Alizé has not pitched against this Phillies team at all. They haven't seen him at all. But obviously, this is another guy, 4-8. He's 4-8, so don't check the record. If you're looking at it, if you're one of those guys, don't check the record. 4-8. He has, risen through the minors, and, his numbers in the minors were not crazy good. 2019, he didn't pitch that good either. This guy gives up runs. His last 4 starts, he's given up 3 or 4 runs every single start. He's only pitched more than 4 innings, one of those starts. So he's not going to really go far. He has had some trouble walking people. His ERA is almost 5. That's a number I like to look into. Don't who cares about wins and losses? ERA is somewhat important, but xFIP, FIP, the outlining deeper numbers are actually more interesting to me. The advanced numbers. And his advanced number is nothing really crazy at all. But again, as I said, he's barely this Phillies team has barely seen him. Their bats were hot, and if the wind is blowing out, I'm interested in backing the Phillies because they get some launch angles. They get that ball up in the air, and it starts going. Today, the wind was blowing in, and it had advantage to the Cubs. The Cubs got dinky, pinky singles, and the Phillies just kept hitting the ball in the air, which are when the wind's blowing in, if you hit the ball in the air, it's like slow pitch softball. It's an out. So you don't want to do that. But now you go to Eflin. He's been pretty good. He's I guess he had one bad start in June versus San Francisco. Gave up 6 earned. The last start, 2 earned, 1 earned, 3, 1, 3. So he has actually pitched pretty good all of June past that start in San Francisco, and he's definitely pitched better at home. Obviously, this game is on the road here. The Cubs numbers versus him. Chris Bryant, 615, 13 at-bats, 8 hits. So 13 at-bats, nothing crazy, but 8 hits and 13 at-bats is pretty damn impressive no matter what. 615, but I know Chris Bryant was pulled out of the lineup today, so I'm not sure. I didn't read up on if he's hurt or what's the deal with him, so that's definitely something to check in on, but I really have no interest in this game again because the Phillies bullpen got to be the worst in baseball, no joke. So you don't want anything to do with their bullpen. Maybe you take the first 5, but I'm not going to do it after today. I got burned on them today with the better starter. I thought I had more of an edge today than I do tomorrow, so I'm just going to be off this game. Next game, Cincinnati, Milwaukee. Tyler Mahaley, Adrian Hauser. Line is Milwaukee minus 110. Under over set at 8.5. Both these teams are, bomb or miss. I mean, especially their offenses. Their offenses can get shut down like that. And at times they hit 4 homers a game, especially the Reds. But I think both these teams are very overrated personally. I think the whole NL Central is very overrated. But that's not – I could have a whole nother conversation, a whole nother half hour on that. So we're not going to get into that. But the Reds batting 391 weighted on base percentage versus Adrian Hauser. He has a 9.25 FIP versus them, which is terrible. Slugging percentage, slugging percentage is almost 600 for this Reds team versus Hauser. Mahaley definitely has, less. He only has 35 at-bats, or the Milwaukee Brewers only have 35 at-bats versus Mahaley. He has a 5.49 FIP, not nothing crazy either. 304 weighted on base percentage. Striking out almost 50% of the guys. So that 35 plate appearances, he struck out about 18 people. That's pretty impressive. But their batting average is really low too. But he has a high FIP as well. So, you can't really, with that small of a sample size, you can't really take that much into that. And that's only for those people that read into that BVP anyway. Some people just like to totally throw it out. Other people, are interested in BVP. I personally definitely have somewhat interest in BVP. Don't tell me it's not going to, make or break my pick. That's for sure. But I definitely, has somewhat of an impact on my play. Yes, it does. And Mahaley, he started this season off phenomenal. And then once they stopped limiting this sticky stuff, his strikeout numbers did go up. But he has allowed more homers and more runs. So Last start versus the Cubs, he pitched good, only 1 earned, 5 innings. And before that, Atlanta, 4 earned and 6, 3 earned and 5 in Minnesota. And then he pitched in Milwaukee on June 16th, 6 innings, 1 earned, 12 strikeouts. That was his only start versus Brewers team. With that said, I guess, we got to go to the Cubs here. The Cubs have to be a play. I just think the Cubs' offense is better than the Brewers. Tyler Mahaley is better than Adrian Hauser. If you go to the bullpens, now let me pull up my bullpen graph here. Okay, bullpens. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Milwaukee's bullpen is not as good as I thought it was. They are striking out probably the most in baseball. Yeah, they are. They have the most strikeouts in baseball, but their advanced numbers, middle of the pack. Their advanced numbers is about 12th in baseball, and then Cincinnati's bullpen fucking sucks. Excuse my language, but Cincinnati's bullpen is 6th worst in baseball. They are again striking out second. They're striking out second most or third most in all of baseball. K per 9 from the bullpen, but their xFIP is bad, FIP bad, BABIP bad. Yeah. I mean, I just think, and in all, I just think the Brewers, I think the Reds are better than the Brewers. Mahaley's definitely better than, I think Mahaley's better than Hausler. So, maybe we just take Cincinnati first 5. I might have just talked myself out of the bullpen. I might have just talked myself out of the full game, and we just might go first 5 here. I want to see Hauser's number at home, if this thing would load, so I could see his numbers at home, see if they're any better. Okay, well, we're getting the spinning dial here. That's great. That's great. Right when I need you, guy. Why? Because I got 10 things open here. All right, well. Oh, geez. So, at home, I mean, he's pitched really good as of late. I'm not going to make anything official on this one yet. I'm going to do some more homework on this tonight. And I will get back to Rump Your Bet subscribers on if I do make a move in this game. I'm not going to make anything official. But last year, so his numbers are almost equal at home and a road, over a 4 ERA, striking out about 8 people per 9. Yeah, but that's also, it's also before they limited the sticky stuff. Lefties definitely have a lot of success versus him as well. All right, well, I'm not going to make an official play here, but the lean would be the Reds. Probably, I would just take the Reds full game. Screw it. The lean would be the Reds full game. You probably get them at plus money too. All right, next game we got a Scooble versus Hap. Detroit versus Minnesota. Under over set opened at 10, got bet down to 9.5. Minnesota minus 130 favorites. Minnesota minus 130 favorites with J. Hop on the hill. That's pretty funny if you ask me. Hap has been terrible this year. And the Tigers have been decent versus lefties. Twins have definitely been the better of the two versus lefties. The Twins have been pretty good. Top 10 in average, top 10 in runs scored, top 10 in on-base percentage and slugging percentage versus lefties. So the Twins have definitely had a lot of success versus lefties. Tariq Skubal, he's a hit-or-miss guy. Sometimes comes out there, pitches lights out. Other times he's walking people, giving up homers. And J-Hop is just not somebody I want to put my money on. I don't care if he's pitched 5 good starts in a row, and you bet him that 6th start, he's going to get shelled. I've watched him pitch for the Yankees. I watched him pitch, and the guy, just no overpowering fastball. He throws an all-speed pitch in the dirt, If you ain't swinging at it, you're going to score runs, okay? If you don't swing at his junk, you're going to score runs. I mean, he's finally got, this year he's finally got blown up in parts where it's just like, there's no way I could back this guy. I guess I saw someone say in the chat they were interested in the Tigers tomorrow. I guess, I'm somewhat interested in the Tigers, but I really don't trust Tariq Skubal. And as I mentioned, Minnesota's bats versus lefties are good. Minnesota can hit lefties. Bullpen-wise, Minnesota's pen is not good at all. And the Tigers' bullpen's really bad, too. So both teams' bullpen's bad. I guess, you can lean over. Where the number 4 I got is 9.5, obviously. So it's got bet down a little bit, but I'll have to check the weather, what the weather looks like tomorrow and the wind wise over there. But I guess you could lean over. Skubal gave up 5 earned versus the White Sox last start, but before that he had 4 good starts in a row. So lean is Detroit and the over, I guess, at the price, because I am not laying -135 on Minnesota with J.A. Happ on the hill. It's looking like 74 degrees, wind blowing 4 miles an hour and out. Okay, so, weather doesn't really play effect here. But lean to still be the over because I expect Minnesota to score. I expect Detroit to score. Lean's over. Joey would be happy to have me on the show. Jacqueline, I am happy that you're in the chat. Thank you. Last game, Washington, San Diego, Max, Money, Scherzer versus you, Money, Darvish. That's not their middle names, but, they're both freaking filthy. Probably top 5 pitchers in baseball. I love Max Scherzer. You, Darvish, is another, guy I'm definitely like. Both very, very good starting pitchers. And Washington just exploded today. I think they scored 10 runs. And I guess Patrick Corbin's back to freaking normal. He's pitching good now, huh? I could have sworn San Diego was going to get some runs off lame-ass Patrick Corbin, man. I traded him in my fantasy baseball league, and I'm quite upset. But what are you going to do? Scherzer, San Diego has seen him a good amount, but they have a 236 X-weighted on base percentage, which is very impressive for Scherzer. He has limited them. He's striking them out 38% of times. And that's in 117 plate appearances. He's striking people out 30. He's striking the Padres out 37% of batters. Their average 225, FIP 2.46. So he has a lot of success versus this San Diego team. And you, Darvish, somewhat similar numbers, but he's only pitched half the appearances, even more or less. 50 plate appearances versus this team, striking out 20% of the time. They have a 348 X-weighted on base percentage, 479 slugging percentage. So they definitely have a little more success than the Padres do against Mr. Max. With that said, it looks like the Nationals woke up today. They scored some runs, Obviously, they don't get Chris Paddock on the hill tomorrow. You, Darvish, is definitely going to be a little harder than Chris Paddock. But, man, oh, man. Scherzer, he's always good for like a solo homer, a solo jack. So if you want to pick Manny Machado to hit a homer tomorrow, it might happen. It probably will happen. No, I mean, don't bet that because these people that have been these home run props, you're just giving money to the books. Those are all juiced in the book's favorite. You're betting a plus 300 home run prop. I mean, that is crazy. That is not worth it, in my opinion. But, hey, if you're making money on it, good for you. But I wouldn't advise to do it. But, Scherzer hasn't given up more than 1 run in all of June since they limited the sicky stuff. He's had 9 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts. The guy's still a beast. Sticky stuff not. Giving up like 4 hits, 3 hits a game. He'll probably go about 6, 7. And limit this team. Gerardo Hernandez said he likes the first 5 under. I mean, I'm seeing this under-over set at 6.5, 7 in places. San Diego -145 favorite. So, I mean, the first 5 under's got to be probably 3.5 juice to the under, or it's at 3. I'm not going to bet the first 5 under 3, especially with the team scoring 7 runs today. At the line, I would be only interested in the dog in Washington. I'm not going to lay -140 against Max Scherzer. But that's just the way I am. I do not lay these, if you've watched any of my videos, I haven't even gave out a play higher than -125. Probably 120 is literally the highest I've given out on YouTube. To our subscribers, maybe 125, 130 at the most. I have not gone over higher than minus 130. So, like if you're looking for, I always look forward to give you, good lines, a better edge. If you're looking for heavy favorites, go look somewhere else. If you look for a favorite money line parlays, go somewhere else. I'm giving you one game. You bet the game solo, and that's it. You bet all my games solo. That's it, and you'll be up money. As I mentioned earlier, my YouTube record, 36, 22, and 3. So, like, you bet all those solo, you're up about 14, 15 units, $100, it's $1,500. So you're betting $100 units, $1,000, 15,000. But it is what it is. So back to that was all the games. My best bets tomorrow: Oakland Athletics team total over 3.5 minus 115 via BetMGM, and Kansas City Royals first 5 money line plus 120 via BetMGM as well. I am also quite interested in that Cincinnati Milwaukee game. I will let Run Pure Bet subscribers know if I make a move. Otherwise, if you're not a Run Pure Bet subscriber, you should sign up so if I make add any plays, you get all JJ's plays, you get Jay's plays, you get spreads plays, you get Tyler's plays, you get D's soccer plays. You get everybody's plays on the official track spreadsheet, unlike, many other sites. They don't fully track their spreadsheet. Maybe they track a month and they show the last month. They show the last week once they start to run a bad. We have fully tracked every single play since inception is on that spreadsheet, fully tracked. And I'm pretty sure all of us are in, plus money. But with that said, runpurebets.com. Use bets25 off to get 25% off your first month. I will be back Friday with the UFC fighter. I'll be back Saturday with JJ Holden and special guest, ex-porn star, Lisa Ann in the building. Yeah, she's going to come chop it up, talk to us about McGregor Poirier 3. I mean, that's not going to be a show you want to miss. Holden, Lisa Ann, JJ, and Joey Work will just be there, hanging out, trying to make people laugh because there'll be enough laughs from those guys. That's for sure. I'm about to sneeze. Let's see if I can hold it off till I end this video. And then right after that, Joey Work, Titletown, and Draft Sheet will be going live talking about every single UFC fight. So this is Saturday, 11 a.m. is a show with Lisa Ann, Holden, Joey Work, and JJ. 12 noon, this on Eastern time. We're doing a whole UFC rundown, every single fight, DFS and bet side, every single fight right afterwards. So that's 2 back-to-back shows. And then Sunday, JJ, me, and Holden back for more baseball. So Saturday, Lisa Ann, baseball, followed by UFC with JJ, with Draft Sheet and Titletown. And then Sunday, more baseball. So, man, I got this. There'll be videos on this channel every single day. So hit the like button. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for much. Hit the like button, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Joey Work. I see Alpha Central. Big Marlins going hard and MLB The Show. Yep. See, Run Pure members. We had a MLB The Show league where we had 32 teams or 30 teams sign up. And we played a full season, and Alpha Central is in the World Series right now with the Marlins going against Y2J, the Indians. He did just knock me off. Praise to Y2J. They are playing the best-of-5 series. Winner gets a nice little surprise package from Joey Work and the Run Pure team. So appreciate you guys. Again, I'll be back Friday, UFC fighter. Saturday, 11 a.m., Lisa Ann, Holden, JJ, 12, UFC. So MLB UFC. Sunday, more baseball. But I hope you guys run pure. Your action runs pure. Good luck on your bets. Gamble responsibly. Joey Works out. Peace and love.